Well, this is World back with another one, this time for Valkyrie Awakening. The Valkyrie Awakening is very fun, and as you can see there, that's just shift forward. Shift directional key just dashes you around. Pretty fast, pretty cheap, lets you get places really fast. Which does let you get out of combat quicker, which does come in handy as you'll figure out later. The rotation for this is actually nothing activated off of the quick slot bar, so very straightforward to play. But Sacrum Ferit Hastilidium Hastil Hastiludium Hastiludium Okay. Hastiludium ill. Jeez, purification. Blitz stab. Divine Impulsa. And then the Lancia Eustitia. Dude, these skill names are freaking wonky. And the Terra Sancta are alternated. So we'll be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and alternating each time. Now this one, it's not self-sustainable to a point. Now, you're probably not going to have as much resource as I do, of the damn near 700, so you'll probably be able to complete one of these rotations, and then you're going to need more mana. However, that more mana stuff really isn't that hard, which I'll just go ahead and do the flow a few times so that I'm out of resource. That's enough anyway. So, that's about how much resource you would be spending. But what's great is shift space. If you saw how quick that was, is there any way I could make it so that I'm out of resources real quick? Wait, that's right, I can spam this. Okay, yeah. Let's just get all my resource gone so I can show you just how fast that regains. I hold shift space. And my resource is back. It's that fast. But yeah, this rotation, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, siete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Alternate. That's the rotation. And then whenever you need resources, directional key away, and then hold shift space. And then directional key back in, and you're good to go. Now what these skills entrail with them, your opener, Sacrum Ferit, is a 9-hit ability to 10 targets, little bit of resource recovery per hit, crit hit plus 80% for 5 seconds on attack 1, nullified during cooldown, all evasion rate minus 10% for 10 seconds on last attack hits, so those 3 hits for that last attack damage will all be applying 9% evasion rate down on up to 10 targets. In PvP, that is also very nice, because that's going to bring down all of their... The evasion rate will make it so that any dodge they have is reduced, but it's also making it so that their resistance to grabs are actually reduced. For anyone who didn't know that, if you drop a enemy's evasion rate enough, a grab is guaranteed. And stiffness on hits, nullified during cooldown, floating on last attack hits. So basically, that skill, 1. You got the initial hit, the explosion off of the initial hit, and then the hits of the third hit. It activates that quickly. But what that will be actually doing is simple enough. It's going to float them, drop their evasion rate, and boost your crit rate. It's that straightforward. And then your next skill, Hastiludium. These skills are freaking ridiculous. Is a 6-hit to 10 target ability. Knockdown resist minus 30% for 10 seconds on hits. Yeah, it's nice. Especially with it following up knockback on dash attack hits and knockdown on last attack hits. That knockdown resistance on hits means those first 3 hits are going to activate, reduce it by 90%, and then the knockdown activates. This skill will knock down anything in the PvE world, guaranteed. Even if they have resistance to it, it's going to knock them on their ass. It gives you super armor during use and has down attack and down smash. That down smash on last attack hits means that the little smack that it's going to do afterwards does extra damage to them now that you've knocked them down. That's going to be followed with the Purification. It's a 4-hit ability to 10 targets, 80 HP per hit, and 20% HP recovery for nearby allies on hits. So it's actually an 80% health recovery, not the 60% health like I said earlier. It's an 80% on that for nearby allies, but for you it's only a 60% with the 80 HP per hit. So it could potentially outramp it if you have enough targets, but probably won't. It also is a DP decrease on hits, as well as a forward guard, spins and stuns in PvE, and yada yada. And that's going to go into Blitz Stab, which is a 6-hit ability on 10 targets, applies bleed on hits, as my Lawn has shown, as well as a few of my other bleed characters have shown. When you got bleeds on hits, skill add-oning a bleed onto that effect increases the amount of bleed it applies on hit. If you were to quick slot this with bleeds, I believe this is 100 health per second bleed skill add-on for it, but that will make it so it's doing 150 bleed for 9 seconds on hits. It will increase the damage of Blitz Stab a lot to have that skill add-on with more bleed. Your Divina Impulsa, is a 9-hit ability to 10 targets with DP decrease on hits, and it is in the best spot for your DP decrease to be activated in. You got your forward guard there as well, but that DP decrease on hits being immediately before these 2 other skills is very nice, because that means that you're going to get full damage boost off of Lancia Institute. It's a 16-hit to 10 targets, super armor floating on hits, and it's just high number damage with guaranteed crit hit rate. It's big, juicy hits on your target. This is straightforward as that. This skill is going to hit like a truck. And Terra Sancta, also guaranteed crits for PvE only. In PvP, it's unlikely to crit, but it's a 6-hit with massive damage numbers, as well as super armor during. Like those 2 skills, just to show you what I'm meaning. If you look at all the numbers for these other skills, 1000, 728, 1409, makes sense. 1400. Then you go to these skills. 1200 and 1300 on 16 hits compared to 6, 1, 6, 9, 16. And then this one only has 6, but it also has a 1600 combo, so that's actually going for about the equivalent of the damage of your Sacrum Ferret, being the most hits of all of the others. But yeah, those two are just nuclear skills. It's straightforward as that. But yeah. If you're wondering what I'm looking for right now, I'm trying to figure out Black Spirit stuff, but honestly, my recommendation, just use this as your Black Spirits. Every 10 seconds, go and use that. And that is very nice if you're one of the assholes who keep riding around and knocking people off their mounts and killing them as they're traveling places. I have actually legit not done that, because I absolutely despise people who do that. But if that's the playstyle you're wanting, this is probably the character to most fit you. Because, yeah, shift right. Oh, come on. Well, now I need to wait on cooldown again, because apparently it didn't want to activate. Oh, okay, it's wanting me to hold down left with it. So, shift right with left. Yo, how am I supposed to activate that quickly? 1 second, I'll be able to activate it. I just think I might have locked it. Nope. Okay, why are you so stubborn? Okay, there we go. But yeah, it hits a massive area, and what you're going to need to do is hold your shift, and when it's available, just like wave click, go right immediately into left, and that will activate it. But that massive area, if anything's running by on a mount, is going to dismount them. Yeah, it's cruel to say the least. I don't actually have a Valkyrie of my own, so I haven't gotten a chance to really play with it in a world PvP scenario. But the dismount targets on hits is very nice. Because that also means if someone like a tamer is attacking you and they're on their big kitty cat, you can activate that skill and it will dismount them off of their kitty cat, which will take away quite a few of their heals as well as quite a bit of their damage. So, it's a good counter to tamers, to say the least. But, yeah. As for Valkyrie Awakening, that's all I gotta say about it. The Purification really is all the heal you need in either of the kits. It will out-heal just about everything else in this character's kit. And it's on a short enough cooldown, you don't really need anything else in the rest of her kit. No. There's not really any way for me to take damage per se when I'm in a trial realm, so to do anything like that, I actually need to go and do this and unlearn all of this and then relearn it all and then re-equip all of my gear. And that's just so that I can show you the healing that the Shield Bash is doing off of a single target, because none of the other guys are close enough for me to actually get the full benefit. But yeah, that's off of a single use. If I back up a little further, it doesn't look like much, but the fact is I'm only hitting a single target for the percentage recovery, and it's healing me about that much health. If you are actually hitting the 3 target limit of it, you'd be getting about that much health chunk off of each activation of that. And that's a 7-second cooldown. That's a very nice sustained heal to it. Don't diss it. And it's on a short enough cooldown that when you have the resources, it's as straightforward as boom, boom. Oh hey, there's a heal. Boom, boom. Yoink. Boom, boom. Hey, there's a heal. Boom, boom, boom. And that's before skill add-ons. With the Awakening, you can skill add on just about anything in the Awakenings kit. The succession rotation I showed you guys, which is actually now down here, those 3 skills right there that are in the skill enhancement, those sadly cannot be skill add-oned. But yeah. That's my guide for Valkyrie, Awakening. Straightforward, high damage, decent sustain, and rather fun. Not a bad kit, and Willis's World out.